What's up, everybody? Eric here, Suntree Carpentry, bringing you another little DIY honey-do list, uh, handyman tips and tricks. So one of the jokes I share with my customers is my customers are always saying, I'm looking for a plumber, I'm looking for an electrician. And they always assume that my house is perfect. And I say, yeah, my wife's looking for a painter, a carpenter, a plumber, electrician, and the list goes on and on. So sometimes these little DIY projects, these little house maintenance projects that we overlook can actually become a big project. So this was not intended. This wasn't a video until I came up with today, doing a little chores around the house. But something pesky like having 4 children and a wife, sinks get clogged, right? Usually I'm to blame, right? As you'll see here soon, this sink has some facial hair in it, right? Not an unusual problem to have. But not addressing a small clogged sink can actually become a big problem, as you'll see with this sink. So things are often made to sell to DIYers because the assumption is that this is more complicated than it is. And I could never afford to hire tradesmen, although I appreciate and respect what they do. I was never somebody who could call a plumber. So I learned how to do things out of necessity. And this is the longest I've been in any one house, and I learned, wow, there's just a lot of stuff as far as maintenance goes. And for a sink like this, I actually went too long with doing what I'm about to show you, and it cost me the entire sink. One of my children left the sink on, and it cost me the entire vanity here. I'm gonna have to rebuild this entire vanity. I wanted to do it anyways because these are cheap Chinese boxes, and I want to build something made in my shop, made by me, made in America, and make that investment, but wasn't really intending it to be that way. So you got a little clogged sink here. We want to have the sink as empty as possible. Well, however you need to manage that, get yourself a bucket, low profile bucket. Let's put the bucket under here. And now basically we have, in any sink, we have 3 connectors here. So we're just trying to get, and here, behind here, is whatever they call that, the plunger, right? So we're just going to unloosen counterclockwise this one and this one, and we're going to be prepared for a little bit of water and a lot of nastiness depending on how long it's been since I've done this. There might be half a barber shop in here. So see, you're able to push this one up and slide it out the way, slide that out the way. Ooh, doggy. As you can see, some nastiness in there. So what I'll do is, if I feel like this has got some rather unpleasant trees as well, I will take this off as well. Oh yeah. That's rather disgusting. And then I'll put some bleaching water in this bucket, and I'll come up top here. We'll now fill our sink up a little bit. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and we're going to see here how clogged this is. Grab me some bleach, Doobie Jr. I got it. There it comes. There comes all the clogged up nastiness. There it comes. There comes all the clogged up nastiness. We got nice flow coming down here. Nice flow. Nothing's clogged up. All right, we got our little flange here, and we still have our piece here. So, got 2 cleaned out pieces here, brand spanking new like. So we're just gonna, and a lot of times the plumber will have marked this black line. This is nice and tight. Okay. Now we're going to take this other one. Okay. We're going to slide this up. And we're going to tighten this. All right. Going to tighten that, not too tight on this one until we get this in place. Now we're going to slide this over. We got a little rubber flange there. If you have to replace these, they're cheap. Just head to your local big box store. Get one of these new rubber pieces. Bring it with you. Slide that on there. And now that we got this on, we got this slid into the right height. We'll tighten this up our last little bit. And boom, there you go. And the time it takes to wait in the Starbucks line, you too can be a plumber. Save yourself a lot of headache. As you see, my wife's going to have to wait 2 years for a new vanity because I didn't change this and the sink flooded. Hope this helps you out. Little tip too, I'll empty this bucket out and I'll leave this bucket and I'll do a test and make sure nothing drips and maybe leave this bucket under the sink for 1 day just to make sure you don't have anything leaking. And if you had something leaking, obviously you can either call a plumber or, like I said, all of these pieces can easily be replaced, these little rubber flanges, and you'd be good to go. Hope this little tip helped. Thanks a lot from Century Carpentry.